Here we go. The kindred of the night all have different ways of doing things, ranging from the strict rules of the Camarilla to the strong beliefs of the Anarchs to the untamable ways of the Sabbat. However, these three organizations aren't the focus of tonight's tale, nor will they ever really be, but we are getting ahead of ourselves. Regardless of the vast different views of kindred, there is one underlying truth they all seem to follow. Trust no one but yourself, and even then, question it. Episode 17, Resonant Trickster. Good evening, Echo. How are we tonight?
It's been 2 months!
Okay, besides for the fact that it's been 2 months.
I'm good. All things considered.
Excellent.
I think.
Excellent.
I don't know. I'm feeling a little peckish tonight, so I guess we'll see how that goes.
That is completely fair. We are doing a bit of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff because there's actually one thing that was supposed to get done before your little meet and greet with the other kindred of the society. It is the night that you and Marcus had gone to see your mother and find out that she was more integrated into the ways of the night than even she knew. You met a potential new ally with one Riley. And it was from him that you found out that there apparently had been an electrical fire at your apartment complex. Turns out no one was injured, luckily. And the only damage that had been done was to an empty unit. Currently, you and Marcus are driving back to the Velvet Pussycat to pick up Ro, because currently she is the only one able to see beings who you believe might be the culprit. The car ride back to the Velvet Pussycat is primarily done in silence, and as Marcus turns to drive down the street, despite it being almost midnight, there seems to be some activity that almost makes him pause at the sight. Outside on the sidewalk is 4 figures. Ro, who is seemingly on her phone speaking to someone. Corey, who is taking pictures of Isolde, who is wearing an outfit that looks more like it belongs on the catwalk than the sidewalk, as she is currently strutting towards Corey as the teen takes continuous pictures. And Draven, who is leaning against the building, scrolling on his phone, seemingly bored. Marcus pauses, eyebrows raised as he drives up beside them, muttering something along the lines of, I didn't think he could leave the building.
Who's that?
Draven? I think you met him earlier. He was the one that was hanging out with Corey in the main lobby.
Why didn't you think he could leave the building?
Because since this place is open, I've never seen him leave.
Has it ever occurred to you that maybe he's just attached to the place?
See, I would think that, but also, if it wasn't for the fact he has a certain smell to him, I've also never seen him drink.
We're gonna just put a pin in that. We'll get back to that comment later.
Also, this is the first time I've seen him willingly hanging out with more than one person at a time.
Maybe he just feels comfortable.
Well, that'd be a first for everything. He says as he pulls up beside them, rolls down the window as Rose seems to be very deep in conversation with whoever's on the phone, and you hear her side of the conversation. Yes, yes. No, it's fine. No, you don't have to. It's not that I don't want... It's not like I can tell you what to do. I know I can, I just don't want to. Yeah. See you soon. Love you too. And she hangs up the phone.
Roll down the window. Poke my head out. Aw, who's that?
Ro is currently either doing a text message, writing a note on her phone or something. She's just like, my ghoul.
Charlie?
No, my other ghoul. Marcus leans over. What?
You have more than one?
Ro puts her hands on her hips. Look, just because you only ever met Charlie doesn't mean I don't have more than one ghoul. I have two.
Fascinating. Again, don't have enough time to get into that. You good to go?
Yep, I have all of my things. Isolde saw me coming outside and asked if she could come along to make sure I didn't get kidnapped. And also because she overheard that Corey wanted to practice photography. And then, surprisingly, Draven came along. Which is so weird.
Wait, are you all coming?
No. Well, because she leans forward. Corey seems to be very hyper-focused on getting the right shots and stuff. I figured you wouldn't want Corey too far from Seraphina's place.
Well, that actually begs the question, because if Corey's here, Echo will turn to look at Corey for a moment. How you making out there, kiddo?
Corey, who had been in a crouching position as Isolde was walking up confidently, as if she had been on the catwalk in Paris itself, looks over. I'm practicing different angles and stuff. I'm not used to I'm used to photographing people, but not with them knowing. I do a lot of candid shots and stuff, so yeah.
Is there anything at the apartment you want?
I brought all of my stuff here when you said you weren't sure we were coming back. I think Marisol might have left some of her books, though, because she only brought what she thought would be needed for a couple of days, and I know she probably wouldn't want to bother you with that, but if you could grab, her books and stuff.
Grab your gear. Let's go.
I get to go on an adventure?
Yes, with one stipulation.
Mm?
You do what I tell you, when I tell you. If I tell you to run, you run. If I tell you to hide, you hide. If I tell you to take photographs, you take photographs.
Okay. Will I need more lenses, or is this one okay? She currently has the standard lens on that's best suited for close-ups or regular distances.
Using an 1835? An 18 to 35 millimeter? Grab something for short-range close-ups. No more than 2 lenses. All your gear has to be kept on you. If you have to make a hasty escape, you can bring it with you with ease. Okay?
Okay.
Good.
I'll be right back, she says as they quickly scamper inside. Draven had glanced up as Corey ran back inside before looking back down at their phone.
And what are you up to tonight?
Are you speaking to Draven?
Yes.
He glances at you. Well, I finished doing some work on my master's.
Glad to hear it.
So currently, I was going to continue work on the wards.
I mean, seems like a thing to do tonight.
Possibly try to track down Seraphina better. Your ghouls and your ward attempted to get into Seraphina's office only for it to activate one of her traps. Yes, they are both fine. It was just a bad static shock.
Maybe they'll learn, maybe not.
He shrugs.
All right, bro, hop on in.
Yay! Draven, she turns around. I'm leaving you in charge. He raises a brow. Given the fact that I am the superior mage here, I am not surprised. Listen here, you young whippersnapper. Be nice to your elders. Sure thing, old lady. Ro pouts, but gets into the back of Marcus's car, letting out a huff.
And we'll wait for Corey.
Isolde and Draven both head back inside. Isolde with the grace and elegance of a dancer. Draven with the tired slump of a burnout gifted college student.
I'll give Isolde a quick wave.
Isolde will blow you a kiss as she walks into it. Corey runs out a few minutes later with the burnt orange camera bag that you know for a fact your mom had purchased for them. Slinged over their shoulders, very secure, so that if they have to make a speedy getaway, they can.
All right, hop on in. Away we go.
Corey hops on in, buckles their seatbelt. So, is there a reason we're going to the apartment when you said we had to stay away for a bit? They ask as Marcus puts the car into drive and starts to drive towards the Bundy apartments.
Because you're with me. And because I need an extra set of eyes good at picking things up. We're gonna go take a look through that apartment that caught fire for a moment before we go pick up some things and talk to Frank.
Wait, an apartment caught fire?
Yeah.
Is everyone okay? Did anyone get hurt? Was it our apartment?
It was not. And as for anybody that got hurt, I don't know. But,
Okay.
like I said, an extra set of eyes never hurts. And you might get to make a new friend tonight.
Are we meeting one of the tenants or one of... He glances between the three kindred in the car. One of you guys?
More like us than most of the tenants in the building, but not quite.
Wait, is it the ghost? Are we going to meet the one that keeps flickering the lights? The one that speaks in Morse code when they flicker the lights?
You know them.
Kind of. One time, one of the lights was flickering, and I said, hey, if you're a ghost, flicker it 3 times, and it flickered 3 times. So I thought maybe the ghost, depending on how old they were, spoke in Morse code. And I got one of your old electric lanterns and started to speak to them that way. I know they have a shorthand. I want to say it's a he. Refers to himself as B.
Beans.
So that way it's not like, oh, that's adorable. Yeah, he died in, like, I think he said the 1960s or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I've got record of it somewhere. I can't remember exactly when. Anyways, yes, Beans is who we're going to talk to tonight, potentially. Just don't get too excited. Okay?
Why is it bad if I get too excited?
Just, there are other things in that building too. We don't want them,
Okay.
We don't want to be grabbing their attention.
Okay. All
It's
right.
just gonna fall silent.
Corey is now very unsure about joining this adventure as Marcus is
You
driving before
will
saying,
be fine.
why did you know Morse code? Sorry, could you repeat that? Could you repeat your question first?
You will be fine.
No, because you're there.
And Marcus is there. And Ro. And I guarantee you, if Marcus or Ro have to step in, there's gonna be fucking trouble.
Okay.
Okay.
Marcus speaks up. Why do you know Morse code? Well, I didn't know it. I had to get a chart and have it saved on my phone. And don't get me wrong, I probably made so many mistakes. But you'd be surprised what the internet can teach you nowadays. Marcus has an unimpressed look on his face as he says, apparently.
Echo's just gonna fall silent till we get there.
When you arrive at the Bundy apartment, it is eerily quiet this evening. No lights on in any of the units. You actually see that on the side of the road is some burnt furniture that has been cast aside, no doubt from the electrical fire that you had been told about early this evening. Marcus makes his way to park down the street, so not to get too close to the building, but close enough that you can see the building and you can definitely see the car from the front porch.
Is my burnt out car still there?
Yes, your trashed car is there, and you actually see that there seems to have been some tickets placed on the windshield.
Not my problem.
Is it not in your name?
I mean, it probably is.
Very well.
What are they gonna do?
Corey had...
Tow it? Let them tow it. It doesn't fucking work.
Corey had, upon seeing the burnt furniture, had actually rolled down their window and was taking some photographs of it from the back seat of the truck.
I'll wait till Marcus parks and get out of the truck.
He parks the car, goes behind, opens the door, closes it. Ro and Corey both hop out. Corey has her camera with the next band secured around as they look at you.
And I'll lead the way into the building.
All right. You walk into the building. The first floor, it doesn't seem like anything is out of the ordinary aside from the slight scent of smoke. But that could also be the fact that you, along with 3/4 of your party, have heightened senses that sometimes you can't control it. The first floor, completely fine. As you go up the stairs, you actually see that one of the doors to the 2 units is open, wide open, with what looks to be police tape with a big cross over it.
Well, I'll wander down and take a look.
Are you wandering into the apartment?
Just at the door for the moment.
You look inside, realize that this had been the apartment that you had actually assisted that young married couple with moving out of. The one that you are now currently renting from Frank as your second place of dwelling.
My apartment got... okay. What about the other one?
The one beside it? That door is closed. It seems the lights are off, but it is also midnight.
Okay.
When most people are asleep.
I'll take a look at... I'll take a look... You said the door was open, yeah? For the...
Yes.
Okay. I'll knock on the door quietly to see if anyone's in there. If not, I'll head on in.
There is no response.
I'll head into
As you enter the apartment, you duck under the... I assume you're ducking under the
Yes.
police tape.
And I'll motion for Corey and the others to do the same.
They do. Marcus having to do it with a bit more difficulty due to his height. Goes inside. One of the walls near the far back where you know a breaker would be is scorched black. You see the remnants of what looks to be a fire. The word's escaping me. Fire extinguisher foam near the bottom. Some of the white ash at the floor where the floor and the wall connect. It's large, black, almost ominous in a way. The acrid smell of burnt wires and burning wood is resonating in here, that even though the fire has long since passed, you can still tell a fire took place here. It looks like the fire had caught onto possibly the couch or the chair that is currently outside, and large black marks are on the floor. No doubt are going to need to be buffed out of the wood, if not have the floor replaced entirely.
Okay. Ro, if you want to get set up. I mean, I kind of rent the apartment, so...
I mean, I can set up here, yeah.
Would you prefer to set up in my other unit?
Well,
You see she's looking around. She actually slowly turns around in her spot, looking. Not quite looking at you guys. Almost as if she's searching for something.
What are you looking for?
Usually, when you arrive, or I arrive, or especially if Rhonda's around, our little friend is here.
Beans?
Usually.
Do you want to go take a look in my other unit?
No, I think... Actually, hold on. I got to roll for this. Oh, I got to also roll for Ro to see if... Oh, dear. Okay. So that means I got to roll with... Ooh, blood die. Good job, Ro.
I gotta grab something.
Ro frowns deeply, looking around. No, he's... Oh, you little bugger.
Where is
He's
he?
hiding. He's hiding.
Do you know where?
No, he's hiding from my sight. Marcus. Actually, no. Corey's the one that speaks up. Can they do that? Sometimes. Usually only when they're like super powerful or like super ancient or like... Okay, so if they're super powerful, super ancient, or if they're like brand new, they can hide.
Okay, so he's not brand new.
No.
He's also not super powerful and super ancient as far as I know.
So unless something's happened since we spoke to him last.
How's our other resident friend, and I use that term loosely, doing? Do you know if he's around?
I haven't seen him. But also, he says he likes to hang out in the basement.
We're not going down there just yet.
Yeah, I would rather not go down there with the fleshy one.
Okay, you get set up. I'm gonna have to go grab a bite to eat first. Unfortunately, I've been neglecting certain things.
Okay, I didn't bring... I have blood bags, but we kind of need them in
They're for
case
you.
I get
Those
hangry.
Those are for you.
Yeah, because I have a feeling you won't let me snack on them, she says, pointing at Corey.
I will most definitely not.
I figured that's why I wasn't gonna ask. Don't worry. Not that dumb.
You're a kid.
I know. I don't eat kids.
You get set up. I'll be back.
Okay.
Now, here's the question. Where do I go?
That is an excellent question.
There aren't other apartments around. Or I could go find somebody on the street, I suppose would be the easier target. Potentially. Let's go to the street.
Okay, then. You're low.
Hi.
Okay. Okay. The dice are in your favor tonight, it seems. As you walk outside, The cold Edmonton air brushes against your skin. If you could have the need for body regulation, it would send a chill down your spine.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk out, you actually see someone walking up the stairs. It is a woman. She appears to be in her mid to late 30s, tired, wearing hospital scrubs with a thick wool jacket over top of it, unbuttoned. You actually see she is starting to undo her scarf, bags under her eyes, looking like she wants to just fall into bed and never wake up.
I'll stop on the stairs for a moment and then turn around as she passes me.
As she continues to walk up, you see she actually takes out a key. Oh,
hang on a sec. Obi, we are watching it. We're in the middle of scene. You're okay asking questions here. You're okay asking questions in the side chat. I've got my eye on both. We just, I don't overly interact as much as I probably should. No, you're good. Don't worry about it. Sorry, go ahead.
You see the woman walk up who is so tired, reaches into their pocket, pulls out a set of keys. You actually see her go through them before she finds the right key to open the front door before beginning to walk in. It seems she is either a resident of the apartment complex or is a close family friend or just someone who is visiting and has a key.
I'll stop for a moment as she passes, then turn towards her. Rough night?
She looks towards you. Obviously, very tired. Recognizes you, though, due in fact to the part that you too recognize her. You've never spoken to one another. It's just one of those things where you pass by each other on the street outside the apartment, or when you're going up and down the stairs. She has a very, very nice resting bitch face as she says, I just got off a 14-hour shift, and I want nothing more than to drink a glass of wine and pass out.
Rough night. Which hospital you work at?
This is where I need to learn more.
Okay, so there's the Miz, which is next to West Edmonton Mall. There's the University of Alberta Hospital and the Grey Nuns, which is the south end of the city. Those are the three big hospitals. If you're looking for the one that's most easily traveled to here, probably University of Alberta Hospital.
University of Alberta.
Fair. Do you want to talk? Seems
Not especially.
Seems like you need to let off a bit of steam.
Not without breaking patient confidentiality, I can't.
I'm real good at keeping a secret.
Says the journalist.
I don't give away my sources.
Listen, you're cute, but not as cute as my bed right now.
I'm gonna pop awe.
Okay, what does she have to roll?
That'll be presence. So for me, it's manipulation plus presence versus composure plus intelligence for her. But let's find out how much shit I've gotten myself into. Sorry, give me 1 second.
She's nurse, so she would be very intelligent.
Was presence. Where is it? Oh, this is gonna go great. Oh, do I dare? Oh, do I tempt fate?
You are at 4 hunger.
I am well aware I'm at 4 hunger.
Do you honestly want to tempt fate?
I'm trying to make a decision here. Well, this is either going to go horribly or it's going to go not so horribly. I don't think there is another choice. So that's 2 successes out of 3.
Okay. I'm of the opinion if it meets it, beats it. Because she also rolled 2.
You seem...
Tell you what, though, since she is tired, she does get a penalty to that.
You know what?
So,
just let it
you
ride.
get...
I'll play with.
All right. Listen, like I said, you're cute. If you want to meet up for coffee in the morning, I would be more than glad to vent to you about all of the shitty things happening at the hospital right now.
I'm not really much of a morning person, unfortunately. I've been pulling a lot of night shifts lately.
Fair.
So how come you stress yourself out so much at the hospital?
Because I made the unfortunate decision to become an ED nurse.
An erectile dysfunction nurse?
No, the emergency department.
First thing that came to mind.
I imagine you have to deal with that a lot then.
Not really.
Just...
But, I mean... People deal with different things.
No, I work in ED. I'm also a float nurse. God, sometimes I'd rather be in the NICU than dealing with people who come in because of a fucking hangnail.
Those two
I had to explain to a teenager how the pull-out method is not a legitimate source of birth control.
Yeah... Education really doesn't do well in this day and age, does it?
No, it doesn't. It honestly does not.
You sure you don't want some company?
You get 5 minutes, and then I'm kicking you out, and I'm going to bed. She says as she unlocks the front door, only because I can only vent to my cat so much.
Go get yourself a glass of wine. I'll be in a moment.
She nods, walking up. You actually see she goes into the apartment that is beside the unit that caught fire. She pauses, looking at it, shrugs before, walking in. not bothered by it at all before closing the door behind her.
I'm going to stand there for a moment. And then a moment later, I'm going to walk over to the door. Knock softly.
She opens the door, having to stop a small orange kitten from bolting out of the apartment, holding it close and being like, "Toaster, no."
Endangered cat Toaster?
Well, yeah. Because they named it Ginger at the animal rescue place. And like, you can't just name a ginger cat Ginger. Fucking basic as fuck, she says as she holds it open to let you in.
I'll slip inside, shut the door behind me.
The interior of the apartment looks like someone who just uses it as a place to sleep. You actually see there's still boxes that are packed up and a couch that has a pillow on it that is used for sleeping. You see that there's some takeout containers on the counter that have been need to be thrown out, and a bottle of wine that has poured some of its contents into 2 glasses. She has unceremoniously tossed her coat onto a pile of boxes as she's just scritching the cat's chin, being like, "You naughty little toaster, always trying to run off and do things you're not supposed to. Go onto your tree, you heathen," she says as she playfully tosses the cat into the little hammock thing. The cat seeming to have the time of its life as it runs back to the nurse, and only for the nurse to like toss it again. Just, "No more. Stay in the tree." The cat's just having a blast, though, before it starts clawing at the cat tree as the nurse walks over to the wine glasses and holds one out to you.
I'll take it.
So what in case are you working on now?
Well, there's been some goings on around the city. The moment I'm looking into one of the clubs downtown. It's called Nightlife. There's been some shenanigans there. Trying to build a profile. I got a couple other things on the back burner, but I'm not here to talk about me.
We actually dealt with someone that came in from Nightlife, she says as she takes a sip of her wine.
Ooh.
I can't say because of HIPAA. I can say, however, it was a case of food poisoning.
Fair. Sorry. My mistake. So tell me about your night.
Long, tiring, dealing with shitty bosses and shittier patients.
Sounds rough.
Can be. But I love my work, or I wouldn't keep going back, because I sure as hell ain't for the pay.
They're not paying you enough?
Depends by your definition of enough.
Well,
For some of the shit I have to deal with, no. Overall, yes, I get paid quite well.
I was going to say, obviously they pay you enough to keep a roof over your head. Surely you could afford a better place than this.
Well, yeah, but also, by living well below my means, I'm able to pay off my student loans so much faster. That in this way I can send money to my little sister because she is currently saving up to go to college as well.
Fair. So what's got you so stressed out tonight?
Just a bunch of people who have been coming in because they're tired or feeling super lethargic, or I had like 6 people come in saying they felt numb because they couldn't, and tired and lethargic. And honestly, I think it's just because of the change in seasons. But all the tests come back inconclusive. There is nothing physically wrong with them. So I have to send a lot of them up to psych ward to see if there's something going on mentally, because some of them are to the point where they can't feel anything.
What about you?
And me, I feel fine. I always feel crappy. This is not new.
Wait, what?
The only thing that's normal is that they all seem to be bruising more easily. So it might be like a low iron situation. I don't know.
You guys run any tests? Or do you just, like,
Good.
chew them off and send them home?
No, I'm not going to chew them off and send them home. Obviously, if they're coming here, they think something's wrong. I might be a bitch, but I'm not that much of a bitch. No, all the tests I ran were inconclusive, so the most we could do is send them off for some more, give them some thing for the low iron, because that's the only reason that could explain the easily bruises. I don't know. It's just weird. For all I know, this could be like a symptom of COVID that happens afterwards. But even then, everyone got tested for COVID and all of the tests came back negative.
Yeah, that definitely seems like a rough night. As we're talking, I'm going to watch. Has she filled up her glass?
She has half filled her glass and she's currently halfway done.
And keep the conversation going until she's done. That's definitely a problem. But
It is.
it sounds like you're doing everything you can.
Well, we're trying. Thing is, though, I'm starting to wonder if it's psychosomatic, because one of the doctors actually started to say that he was feeling the same symptoms. But also, he's always looking for a reason to get a few extra days off, so I'm not sure if it's that or if he's just trying to find a friggin' excuse to get more sick days.
I'm gonna channel him through heightened senses.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a sniff.
As you take a sniff, you smell the oh so pleasant scent of hand sanitizer,
Mm-hmm.
hospital disinfectant,
Mm-hmm.
and clean laundry soap.
Anything underneath that?
As you inhale deeply, you do smell one. She is human.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that much. She has this slight scent of a slightly more masculine cologne,
Mm-hmm.
possibly as if she was close to someone for an extended period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Besides for that, she smells normal, like anyone else you would smell on the street.
Oh. I'm sorry you had a rough day.
It happens.
Yeah, but it shouldn't.
If we're going through another pandemic, then I might as well get myself mentally prepared for that.
The last one was rough.
Yeah, but we mostly survived.
Yeah, but
I mean, some people didn't, but...
That almost tore you guys apart at the hospital, though, from what I remember.
Oh, fuck. It did. I caught it twice.
I think I caught it, like, once. It wasn't a fun experience.
Yeah, no. I still have chronic fatigue from it.
How's her glass doing?
As she actually mentions about her chronic fatigue, she actually finishes her class.
Oh. You go do what you gotta do. Thanks for the chat. I'll let myself out.
She raises her empty glass to you before turning around and going to put it in the sink.
As soon as she does, I'm gonna walk in through the back through the kitchen, around the corner, find a spot where she can't see me.
Mm-hmm.
Open the door, close it, and we're gonna go ahead and pop unseen passage.
Okay. As you do that.
I believe that one requires a rouse check. Give me 1 second.
It does require a rouse check.
What do you think, chat? Oh, that's a 7. I'll take it.
Oh, fuck. Thank God. You see the nurse in the kitchen. She is currently cleaning the glass, humming some sort of commercial jingle that you've heard a few times. Once she finishes with cleaning the glass, she puts it up away and goes to pick up Toaster, the kitten, cooing softly at it as she says, "Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Having an actual human to talk to instead of just you dumb little toaster. You little Dumbo," she says as she begins to walk towards the back of the apartment where you believe the bedroom is.
And we're going to channel into heightened senses with hearing.
You hear her walk to the back of the apartment. The sound of shifting clothing, of lights being turned off, before you see her begin to pad back down the hallway. And in her pajamas, some flannels, still holding Toaster, cooing softly at the kitten. Although it's kind of mean cooing because she keeps calling him a dumb old toaster and how you have no brain cell and you're lucky you're so cute. As she walks up, locks the front door before turning around and heading back towards the bedroom.
Okay.
You hear the shifting of bed sheets as she begins to try and fall asleep. And apparently she is one of those few people that can fall asleep the second her head hits the pillow, as you begin to hear soft snoring.
make my way slowly across the apartment, quietly. I also have Silence of Death, which does not require a Raz check. As
Very well.
quietly as I can. Is the bedroom door open or shut?
It's open.
I will step into the room.
As you step into the room, as if sensing you, Toaster runs and hides under the bed.
I'll make my way over to the bed.
The nurse is currently passed out, asleep.
And I'll strike.
All right. Remind me again, Echo, what is your feeding type and what does it do?
Unfortunately, it's
If you feed from that type of
Osiris, but
person.
this is the best I can get at the moment. If you're looking for what it does, give me 1 second.
Also, just so that our lovely followers can know what it's about.
Osiris, you're a celebrity among mortals, or else you run a cult, a church, or something similar. You feed from your fans or worshippers, who treat you as a deity. You always have access to easy blood, but followers breed problems with authorities, organized religion, and indeed the Camarilla. In life, you might have been a DJ, a writer, a cultist, a preacher, or a LARP organizer.
Does it give you any bonuses if you feed from someone who is a fan?
I think that's up to storyteller discretion. I know the way that I run it in Coterie Chronicles is if it's your preferred, if you're feeding from your preferred predator style. I'm toying with the idea of giving an extra point of hunger off. Other than that, it's just regular, unless something else interferes.
Odds or evens?
Even.
Okay. This technically, although you don't know it yet, is not your preferred feeding style. However, even though this isn't your preferred feeding style, there is still something that's rich about this blood. That's filling that makes you want to keep drinking. It's not like when you drink from blood bags or when you've drinking from random passerby or blood dolls at the Velvet Pussycat. And that is because she is actually a fan of Echo Vision. Because she knew you were a reporter even though you had not introduced yourself. My question is, are you going to drink until you are full?
Oh, that's a question. I have an interesting choice here. You know what? I think I'm going to feed just enough to give her a really good night's sleep.
Okay.
As you drink, the sanguine blood
Slowly entering your body. The feeling not quite of fullness, but also almost warmth. It gives you this feeling of power. She is going to sleep so well as you can take off 2 hunger from feeding from her.
And I will pull back. Head towards the door. Unlock it. And walk out.
Do you close the door behind you?
Yes.
Okay. As you close the door behind you, it is right in time to see Marcus walking down the stairs, holding your table.
Marcus, I got a question for you. There's this like great big shit-eating grin on Echo's face.
He looks at you with a raised brow as he pauses. He currently has the table. He's carrying it with one arm as he looks at you. What's that?
Do you have a way to lock a door while it's closed from the other side? By any chance in your bag of tricks somewhere?
As I see if this guy has anything in larceny.
Sorry, I got fuck all.
I know you have fuck all. One moment as I see if Marcus, the freaking good boy Navy SEAL man, has anything in larceny.
I'm gonna have to fix that, I think.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Serious. He looks at you, sighs, and says, let me put this table down, then I'll go get my tools. He says as he goes into the apartment beside you. You hear a soft thud before he walks out and goes down the stairs towards his truck.
I'm gonna stand right outside the door, just to make sure nobody comes in.
He comes back a few moments later with... When he said he was going to go grab his tools, you thought at first he might have meant like a toolbox. Nope. It is a small pouch, and as he opens it, you actually see they are well-worn lockpicks.
Why am I not surprised?
Listen, there's a lot of things I have to do that I'm not always proud of, he says as he kneels down. Okay, so this is going to be a dexterity larceny. So one die. You think it would take a while. You've seen movies. You know that they have to be super careful to make sure nothing goes wrong. However, after like less than 3 seconds, he stands back up and says, you should be really concerned about how easy it is to pick these locks.
Yeah, I'll be looking into that. Might talk to Frank about upgrading some of the hardware in the place.
That would be wise.
you get it?
Yep, it is now locked.
All right, let's go take care of business.
We're after you.
Echo will head. I'll head off down the hall into the apartment. Into my apartment. Look at the table for a moment. How big is it?
It is. So it's not a large table because you never had a need for a large table. I would say it's like a 4-foot round table.
I'll go pick it up. Take it in with me.
Oh, it's already in the apartment that they're
okay.
in.
Okay, sorry, I missed that.
He put it down, and currently Corey is helping Ro set up by having 5 chairs.
Before we get going with tonight's festivities, Corey, I might bore you for a moment to grab a couple of photos around the apartment.
I didn't do it.
I know you didn't.
Okay.
Just grab your camera.
Just clarifying.
You're good.
I didn't do it.
Grab your camera.
All right. They have their camera.
I'll point out the fuse box.
Mm-hmm.
Take a couple of photos.
Corey does so, making sure to get close to the fuse box itself, as well as taking a couple steps back to take a photo of the overall wall.
Is there anything else in the apartment that was, like, burnt beyond recognition?
You know there's some furniture outside on the corner?
Yeah, other than that.
There was some burning on the floor where you believe the furniture had been placed.
I'll point those out for photos.
Corey does so as well, following a similar pattern.
Anything else?
Nothing you can see. However, that doesn't mean there wasn't damage done to the interior of the wall.
Which I can't see.
Not currently, no.
Okay.
And you can't see it without making a lot of noise.
Correct. Which means we're not going to. How close are you to being done, Ro?
I am ready when you guys are.
No time like the present. It's what, midnight?
Yes. Well, it's like 12:30. Were you able to find a snack?
I did, actually. There was a nice nurse next door.
Corey blinks, thinking it over. Oh, yeah, I've seen her a few times. She's
real stressed out.
She checks in to make sure I'm doing okay.
She's real stressed out from work. She's gonna have a really good sleep tonight.
That's good. I imagine nurses are always stressed, though.
Wouldn't know, but can only imagine. Are we ready?
Yes, everyone sit. I've already explained the rules to Corey here. And Marcus, you know the rules. Sit down and don't say anything. Technically, it's sit down and look pretty. But yes.
How many bags you got on you?
I was super duper smart. I brought 6 bags.
Good. All right. Let's do this.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and switch audio tracks.
Excellent.
As Ro does the ritual to summon forth a ghost for everyone to be able to see and interact with, she slices her hand down, the vitae slowly dripping into the silver goblet, the blood sizzling upon contact with the metal. As she lets it drop a few more times, she raises the cup, concentrating on it, saying soft Gaelic words to call forth the spirit. It takes longer than the first time that you had summoned him, and from Ro's expression, it almost seems like she struggles for a moment before Beans slowly materializes. The young 10-year-old boy appears, his hair still short, in a white wrinkled shirt with suspenders. However, there seems to be an air of almost static electricity as he looks at you, Echo, with a scowl, arms crossed as he says, "I'm not talking to you. You're a liar."
What did I do?
You know what you did.
I don't.
Don't play dumb.
I'm sure we can figure it out, though. But in order for that to happen, you're gonna have to talk to me.
I just said I'm not talking to you because you're a liar.
If I lied, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. But
You took everyone away.
only because I was in a bit of a pickle. Got myself into a bit of a hot spot, and I didn't want any harm coming to them. I did it so they'd remain safe, okay? So we could bring them back all in one piece, and you could have all of your friends. I'm sorry I didn't have time to tell you. If I could have...
You even took my dog.
And we will be coming back. But we need some warding on the building first. We need some, protection on the building first. Because I'm getting into some things, kiddo, that don't exactly like me. I don't want any harm to come to anyone you or I care about. I'm sorry I didn't have time to tell you. If I did, I would have. We will be back. We're not going to be gone for long. I just needed to
How do I know you're not lying?
Because if I was lying, I wouldn't have come back specifically to talk to you, would I?
You're just worried because I made the fire.
No. I mean, a little bit, but also no. Came back to talk to you to see what was going on. I didn't mean to hurt you, kiddo. I really didn't. You and I both know there's some things kicking around here. But if you want me to come back, I'm gonna need some help from you.
He said you weren't coming back.
Who?
The mean guy.
Oh, the guy downstairs?
Yeah.
He lies. I came back, didn't I?
Yeah, but I haven't seen you or Ronnie or Corey or Marisol, and no one told me what was going on. And he said the first night you guys all left that you guys weren't coming back. And I said, no, that's not true. And he said, I'll prove it. I bet they won't be back by tomorrow night. And I said, no, they'll definitely come back by then. And you guys didn't come back. And Frank got worried, and it made me mad because no one was telling us what was going on. And the more he speaks, the more there seems to be this like staticky energy about him.
I'm sorry, okay? I should have told you. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. If I have to leave like that again, I will make sure to tell you or to leave a note or something that you can see. You have my word. I'm not gone. I'm not leaving and not coming back. This is my place. And I fully plan to continue staying here. I just needed someplace that was a little more protected, that's all.
I could have protected you guys.
From a lot of things, absolutely you could have. Not from this.
Echo, roll me a wits awareness roll.
Oh, crap. Hold on. Wits is 4. One second, wrong dice. Awareness is 3. Replace 2 of those dice with a hunger dice. Don't forget, it's not Echo. It's not Echo that did this spell. It's Ro. I got not a goddamn success out of 7.
Honey. All right, one moment. Let's see how your teammates do. Maybe one of them will do a bit better for you. Okay, Mr. Marcus. Marcus, who this is the first time seeing beans at all, has an almost somber expression on his face at seeing such a young lad taking the life taken away from him. Blinks slowly as he looks at him. You alright there, son? Yeah, I think so, he says as he gently flexes his hands. I've been getting tired.
What's going on?
Ever since I got mad at stupid Nick, I get angry. And when I get angry, if I don't let it out, then really bad things happen. But then after I do it, I just feel tired, and then sometimes I just hear Nick laughing, and it's so annoying.
What happens when you don't let it out?
I don't know. It just feels wrong. If I don't let it out, sometimes I think I can feel the boiler starting to shake and stuff, he says, gently scratching his face, the side of his face that still has the bits of shrapnel stuck in it from the time he died.
So first we're going to deal with your problem, okay? We're going to talk. I want to know what I can do to make it up to you.
He pauses to think for a long while. I didn't think you were coming back, so I don't know.
Okay. I am not leaving. If I was leaving and moving out, all of my stuff would be gone.
Well, I don't know that. Sometimes people hire those really strong people to come and pick up their stuff, and you have wet noodle arms. So maybe you were gonna do that.
You know what? That's fair. I do have wet noodle arms, kid. I absolutely do. But if I was going to go somewhere, I'd take my stuff with me. I wouldn't just leave it behind. And I'll tell you what. If I move out of here without letting you know, you have my absolute permission to haunt my ass wherever.
Well, how am I supposed to do that? I can't leave. You guys get to go out and have all of these adventures, and I'm stuck here.
Is it possible to free Beans a little bit? Just out of curiosity.
Ro blinks. Free? No.
Give him a
But
little more
we
roam
could potentially...
space.
We could change his tether.
It's an interesting thought. Can we... This tether thing... Can we attach that to someone?
Well, yeah, I mean... Sorry. Well, yeah, don't you remember? Marcy was tethered to her girlfriend.
You want to go on adventures, huh?
Yeah.
I have an idea. I hope you like it. But first... yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll see what I can do about that. Okay? See what I can do about taking you off on some adventures with me. Besides, having somebody to keep an eye on me might not be a bad idea. I tend to get myself into a bit of trouble here and there. Got into a bit of a bad fight the other day. Almost didn't make it out alive. But...
Well, yeah, you have wet noodle arms.
yeah, but it was for a good cause, because I was standing up for someone. I did it to protect them. I'll see what I can do about that. Curious.
Beans continues to gently flex and unflex his hand.
I am sorry, okay? You have my heartfelt apologies. I think it's time we had a talk with someone else, though. But first, Ro, how long would it take you to attach Beans to me?
To you?
To me.
Oh.
You said you wanted to go on adventures, didn't ya? What better way?
So, here's where the tricky bit comes in. I don't know if I can.
Okay.
I know someone who might be able to.
Okay.
And I've never heard of a ghost being tethered to a kindred. I'd have to ask this kindred.
I would be much obliged.
Okay. After all of this, we'll give them a call. I should be able to call them. It should be nighttime where they're at.
I think it's time we had a talk with someone else. Are you up to the task?
Beans, who clasped his hand together, still flexing and unflexing slightly, as if trying to get circulation back into his fingers after they fell asleep, looks at you. Be careful.
Why?
I think he might be the reason Aaron hasn't been able to materialize yet.
He might be the reason who?
Aaron? Frank's wife?
Yeah. You saying he did something to Aaron?
Well, so she died a year or so. I think it was a year ago. And yeah, it usually takes a bit for ghosts to appear, but I haven't seen her. I've only felt her. It's kind of like how you can feel the wind even if you can't see it.
Yeah.
But I haven't been able to talk to her.
Why don't you just stay here and relax for a bit? I'm gonna see about talking to our other friend.
Okay.
Okay?
Are you gonna have to do the thing like last time where I have to not be in the chair anymore?
For the moment.
Are you still working on ways to see me without needing the red-haired woman?
I am. It's gonna take me a bit of time, though. I have the ability to... I have the... I can get abilities, do certain things, okay? But I have to learn how to do them first. In order to do that, I have to find somebody who can teach me.
Okay.
I haven't found anyone to teach me just yet. But I am looking. You know what? I'll tell you what. Why don't we go tuck you into bed?
I don't have a bed.
You can use mine.
I died a long time ago.
You can use mine for the moment.
I'm pretty sure she said you're not allowed to leave the circle when I'm here.
We'll
I
find...
appreciate the thought, though.
You're like my buddy, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna go talk to our friend for a moment. You're welcome to hang out. Okay?
Okay.
If something goes wrong, get my attention.
Okay.
Okay. We'll be right here.
Okay.
Alright. I'll nod at Ro.
Ro gives a nod as well before dismissing the spell, and as if Beans was a bubble of soap, he disappears with a soft pop.
Alright, before we get going with the next part.
Bio break?
Quick bio break. I will be right back.
Bio break for everyone. Go refill your waters or your teas.
And I will be right back.
Okay.
Take it away.
Beans has just been dismissed. Corey looks towards you. I didn't realize he'd be so young.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to talk, but before we get into that, he's 10 from what I can figure. He died when the boiler for this place exploded while he was cleaning up. He was Frank's best friend at the time. He was filling in doing chores for Frank. Hence all the damage to his face. He's been around since. Great kid. Shame he had to die the way he did, but he's a great kid. And honestly, this place wouldn't be the same without him. He brings a lot of charm to the place, which I absolutely love. Now for the tough part. This next part is going to be a little harsh. There is something living in the basement of this place. I'm not entirely sure it's the reason the boiler didn't explode. Back in the day. Killing bees. Okay? So far, it has left me alone. It likes to call itself Nick. And last time we talked, he straight up lied to my face. I know he did.
What about?
Who he is. I will not be accepting that this time around. What that also means, I cannot have you in this building. Because if anything were to happen to you, Marisol would most likely chase me to the ends of the earth and fucking skin me alive.
Yo, I want to help, though.
I know you do. The problem with that, kid, is you are human. Which means you are squishy. I know that hurts to hear, but that is the reality of it. Okay? You can help in other ways. You're really good with that camera. You keep that up. You make sure you get good grades in class, like I told you. Once your birthday hits, we can talk about options. But that will not be happening right now. That is irresponsible of me, and you are not old enough yet to understand the consequences of that. I know it's a shitty thing to say at your age because you think you know a lot of stuff. You do know a lot of stuff. You've seen more than a lot of people, and you still survived. But it wouldn't be right. Okay?
What, I just sit on the sidewalk outside? They say, however, before they even finish their sentence, Marcus has reached into his jeans pocket and held out the keys to them. You don't move my truck. You don't touch any of the handles. You go in there, you sit, you scroll on your phone with your apps.
You make sure the doors are locked, and you do not open them for anyone except for us or anybody in our current group. If something happens, you have a phone, yeah?
Yes, I have a phone.
Good. Can I see it for a moment?
They hand over their phone. It's a older model. The screen's cracked. It seems to be on a pay-as-you-go plan.
Okay, so first things first, we're gonna have to fix that. We'll see what we can do later on down the line. Second,
It works fine.
yeah, it works. It works fine. But trust me, once you learn how to use it properly, and once you have a decently functioning screen, and you have an actual data plan, the world is your oyster, kid. We'll see what we can do about that. But for right now, I'm gonna flip through some of the settings on the phone. I'm gonna set some things up. If you need to get my attention, you click your power button 3 times. It'll send me a predetermined message and your GPS coordinates.
Okay.
On top of that, did I bring those things with me? Was it those stones or whatever?
Oh, the ones Draven gave you?
Yeah.
Storyteller speaking. Yes, Draven did give you one of those stones, and you do notice that Corey is currently wearing a necklace around their neck that has a similar stone on it. They have been fidgeting with it as seemingly as a fidget toy because it spins.
Is that one of the ones that I gave Corey?
No, actually, you look at it and you realize that it's the one that Corey attempted to steal from Draven because they were anxious and their kleptomania had caught up with them. It appears Draven has given it to them as a gift.
I have something else for you. I'll hand the phone back, and I'll reach into my pocket and grab one of those stones. You know what this is?
Yeah, Draven said it's a bloodstone.
Yeah, it tracks you. Something happens to your phone, this is an insurance policy. This tells me where you are.
Okay.
You do not take it off or get rid of it under any circumstances.
Oh, they hold up the pendant and you see a very similar blood red stone on it. Draven already did something like that. He said that no one else can take off the necklace but me.
I'm going to hand the stone over anyways.
They will take the stone. You see Corey actually lifts her leg up slightly and she shoves it into her boot.
We'll see you in a bit.
Okay. Be careful.
I fully intend to.
And Corey leaves the room carrying Marcus's keys with them.
I'll look at Ro. I'll look at Marcus.
It was the rat call.
I know. I know they want to help. And I feel bad for having to send them away like that. But you can't tell me even you, Marcus, aren't terrified of Marisol.
Oh no, that woman honestly reminds me of my mama, and that what, quite frankly, puts the fear of God into me, and I'm an atheist.
Yeah. Now that that's dealt with, let's have a talk. Ro? Showtime.
Ro grins a maniacal grin as she does the same ritual, and she says, "Let's summon a baddie."
Whenever you're ready.
Ro follows a similar train of process. And slowly, easier than it was with Beans, because Beans had been hiding, Nick appears. The man that looks like his clothing is from the late 90s, early 2000s. Black hair that's been slicked back, large, thick-rimmed glasses. Looks around. Oh, it's been a while since I've been here.
Indeed. Oh, look at Nick. What kind of expression does he have on his face?
It's a very laid-back expression. He's just kind of looking around.
I would ask how you've been, but we both know I don't give two shits. And we both know you've been listening into every word that's been said tonight.
I mean, not every word, but...
So, why don't you cut the crap and tell me what you really are?
I told you. My name's Nick.
That's not what I asked. Stop dancing around the topic, Nick. Cut the crap. What are you?
Well, that's the thing. I don't fully know.
And why are you leeching off of the others in this building?
Well, why not?
Do you find enjoyment out of it?
Did you find enjoyment from drinking from the nurse?
No. That was necessity. There's a difference.
Is there, though?
So why don't you tell me what you know then, since you don't seem to know an awful lot?
I died in the early 2000s, but I feel so much older than that. I was able to materialize within days of my death, as opposed to the others who can take weeks or even months.
And why is
Day-to-day travel is so boring.
And why is that?
I made a friend.
Who?
They don't have a name. They've been here a very long time.
How long?
Since before the building was built.
It's only about, what, 100, 200 years?
150, give or take.
Why here?
They weren't pleased with it being built. It was built on some sort. I don't know for sure. They were just pissed off. Decided to stick around, cause some mischief. A little bit of chaos, a few pranks here and there. Or at least pranks for them.
So, that begs the question, what is your friend?
Now that would be telling.
Believe me when I tell you, you do not wish to make an enemy out of me.
I'm not scared of a leech.
You might not be scared of me. And you might be dead. But I can be a damn thorn in your side. It's kind of what I'm good at, in case you haven't gathered. I have a way of getting into things, finding things out, showing up in places where I shouldn't be.
And yet you fear me enough. You fear me enough. Why else would you send away that delicious little ward of yours?
Because that delicious little ward of mine is off limits.
Maybe.
You don't get that. You touch anyone that I have connected with, Beans, Corey, or any of the others, and you will have my undivided attention. You saw what I was
You're
like
a
as a
little late for that.
You saw what I was like as a human. Excuse me?
I guess you didn't notice how, yes, Beans has gotten a little bit stronger. But sensation's starting to go, and their energy is simply so delectable when they're upset.
Then you can let Beans go. If...
No.
No?
Why would I do that?
Because the alternative is waging war with me.
You can't do anything to me.
That's where you're wrong. See, I learn things, I hold on to things. There's things in this world. Everything has a counter, everything has a price, everything has a purpose, everything has its equal and opposite. It's got a beauty in its own right, huh? With that being the case, it's a matter of time until I find both of yours.
Perhaps.
You can let Beans go now, or you can deal with me being unrelenting for the rest of fucking eternity. You will have my undivided attention. Complete, undivided attention. And I will call in whatever favors I need to. I will offer whatever favors I need to. Until you go away. And don't come back.
He leans forward, looking you straight in the eye, and says, I'd like to see you fucking try.
Them's fighting words. Are you enjoying the emotions you're getting from me?
Not quite as potent as Beans, but better than Aaron at least.
Good. That's just a taste. You have no intention of leaving?
No.
Ro, what have you got in your bag of tricks tonight?
Ro is quiet for several moments as she says, "Currently, I don't have anything that can get rid of him. But the one that can show us how to tether beans, he would also know how to get rid of him. Permanently."
Who is it?
She is quiet
You know what?
for a
Don't
long
tell
moment.
me. Not until we're out of here.
That would be for the best.
I'll look back at Nick. I'll look at Marcus. What's on his face?
That is an excellent question. One moment. That's a D20. I don't need a D20 right now.
Echo's going to take off their jacket, put it on the chair back.
Echo, how attached are you to this table?
The table is replaceable.
That is very good, because as you look at Marcus, who has his usual neutral expression, you hear a loud crack as you look over, and you see that he is currently leaning against the table to look at Nick, so his elbow's on the table, but his hand is gripping the edge, and it is gripping it so hard that there are cracks forming where he is gripping the table.
There's going to come a day where you are going to regret calling my bluff. When that day comes, I'm going to point you right back to the here and now, and I'm going to remind you how much of a stubborn ass you were, how much of a petulant man-child you were, and how you were so certain that you could do whatever you wanted.
He's still grinning at you. Once again, I'd like to see you try. And who knows, by the time you are able to do something about me, how many things, spirits, people I can feed on.
You know, if my life had turned out a little bit differently, I could almost see myself getting along with you. It's because people like you. Bullies. People who just don't know when to give up, that pushed me to the brink. Give me a certain tenacity, a certain spite. I will promise you this. if you don't stop feeding off of beans tonight before we send you away. When it comes to your end, I'm going to make it hurt in ways that you didn't think were possible. That is not a threat. That is a promise. You can let him go, or you can deal with the fallout. You have no other option.
I'll think about it.
No, you will do.
Or I won't.
Then you've made your choice. Remember that when you're writhing in agony. You now have my undivided attention. I hope it was worth it. Every other case, every other thing I am working on now comes second to you. I am now officially obsessed with you. And if that means purifying every square inch of this property, digging up the bones of whatever is underneath and purifying them, or calling in otherworldly favors, making a deal for my own soul, my own essence, my very being, I will see to it that you leave this building. Have a good night. Ro.
Without another word, Ro dismisses him. And Nick, still smirking at you, disappears with a pop.
Got time for one more?
Ro blinks. Yeah, but who?
Beans.
Okay. She does the ritual, calling Beans back. He appears a little less mad now. There's still that slight staticky feeling to him. His hair standing in weird ways, showing off a cowlick he has to the right of his forehead.
How's it going, buddy?
Okay.
Only okay?
Can I swear?
Absolutely you can.
He's a shithead.
He is. Absolutely he is. He's causing your problems.
Yeah.
He's not a nice man.
No. I think he was looking at Corey.
To feed off of?
Maybe. I don't know for sure. I think when you guys left, he started feeding on the nurse, which is why she's been kind of tired and grumpy lately. But before that, I tried to stay away from him because, he felt wrong. But he took an interest in you guys after you summoned him.
Because I got his attention.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose. He's going to tell you things. He's going to say things. And he is going to try to feed off of you. Okay?
Beans is quiet for several moments before he slowly lifts his hands to show you, and you see that although he is transparent,
Gesundheit.
bless me, thank you, he is transparent because he is a ghost. You see that the very tips of his fingers are more translucent than the rest of his body.
How long did it take your hand to go like that after he started feeding off of you?
I don't know because I was mad, so I wasn't paying attention. I only started noticing when you guys called me and I started to calm down.
Okay.
But my hand feels weird, which is weird because I usually can't feel anything.
He is going to say things to you. He is going to attempt to feed off of you. Okay? I need you guys to resist.
I'll try.
I know it's hard. But I got friends. Friends who aren't too happy with him at the moment. I mean,
yeah, I think that guy's gonna break your table soon.
Yeah, Marcus doesn't like it when kids get hurt. He's got a soft spot. He's a big teddy bear, really. If anything happens to you, believe me when I tell you, there is no force on this earth that will stop me from tearing him apart. I tried to make that clear to him, but he didn't want to listen. Pretty sure you saw that, yeah?
Yeah. I wonder if that's why he got rid of the babies.
Why?
Well, if he's feeding off of people, it's a lot easier to feed on new souls than it is old ones.
Yeah, it is. Ro, is there anything you can do for wards for beings here for the moment? Anything just to kind of give an extra boost or a bit of added protection? That won't put you in harm's way.
She's quiet for a few moments, thinking it over. Beans, I'm going to ask you a really slightly morbid question. Were you buried or cremated? I was buried. Do you know where? Well, yeah, it was at the cemetery. Why? Okay. Luckily, I have someone coming in who's not above doing a bit of grave robbing. I'm gonna need one of his bones.
Are you okay with that, buddy?
Are you gonna do something weird with it? I'm gonna soak it in my blood. I don't know, that's kind of weird. Do I get to keep it afterwards? Oh yeah, you'll get the bone back. It's just we gotta bury it up, and then we're gonna put some. I'll tell you what, you can pick the bone. Okay, I'm okay with that. Because if I do that, then in theory, provided the bones are still somewhat intact, it would give him a boost, or at least a slight resistance.
As you two are talking, you'd see Echo just casually running their tongue over their teeth. I'm a little itchy.
It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't. I'm feeling something tonight that I don't think I've ever felt before. If I didn't know better, I'd say it's an actual need for bloodshed and violence.
Maybe you're just hungry.
I fed earlier.
I'll try to make sure he stays away from the other tenants.
You're not responsible for protecting them, okay? Your first job is to protect yourself.
But I'm the man of the apartment complex now, because he's being a dick.
And you're going to have backup.
Are we going to make more ghosts?
No, you've got somebody in your corner now. Hi, I'm the someone in your corner now. I know you've been alone for a very long time, kiddo. I can't even imagine what that was like.
Not great.
You have friends. I told you that when we first met. Okay? Despite him telling you I wasn't coming back, I came back. We've had a chat. And I will do everything within my power to help you.
Okay.
You just need to protect yourself.
I'll try.
You will.
Okay.
I believe in you. I know you can do this.
Okay.
Do you not believe in yourself?
Well, I do. It's just... I'm tired.
Yeah.
Using all that energy does a lot to you.
Yeah.
Can you tell Frank I'm sorry? Well, I guess you can't tell Frank I'm sorry. But,
Why not?
because if you tell him, he'll think you're crazy. And if he finds out there's ghosts in the apartment, he'll have a heart attack. And I don't want him to die of a heart attack. He can't die of a heart attack till he's 102.
I will see what I can do.
Okay.
Which bone would you like us to take?
I'm trying to. There's the. I want the tip of the pinky bone.
So do the tip of your pinky.
Okay. Is it gonna go back? Yes. So we're just gonna soak it in my blood, and then it's gonna go back, and then we're gonna re-consecrate the ground, and everything will be fine. They won't even know we were there.
We'll be back. Okay?
Okay.
You have my word.
Okay.
It was nice seeing you again.
It's nice seeing you too.
Stay cool.
Well, it's easy for me to do that. I'm a ghost.
Not the kind of
You
cool.
can't get any cooler than a ghost.
Not the kind of cool I meant, but it'll do. Alright. Have a good night, Beans.
Night.
And with that, Ro dismisses Beans, looks at you. I think we need to leave now so I can tell you more fully. Also, so we can check on Corey, because even though Nick can haunt this place, I don't know how far he can reach.
Marcus, we'll be out shortly.
Marcus nods his head. Standing up, I'm gonna go check on Corey.
You go check on Corey. If he's laid a finger on her, that's war.
Don't worry, I'm sure he hasn't, but I'll go check on her regardless, he says as he leaves the apartment.
Gonna move up to the upstairs apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna grab the books for Marisol.
Right. Do you do anything else?
Is there anything else in the apartment I might want to take with me?
Let's see. There's your little jar that has all your petty cash in it, which you don't really need because Isabella's... Actually, you did notice that Isabella's usual amount hasn't been sent to you today, which it should have. But also, she's a teenager, and there's a chance she just forgot.
I'll send a quick text. Everything okay?
You don't get a response.
I'll check on that later. I have enough to tide me over for right now. Anything else?
Did you take your laptop with you to the Velvet Pussycat?
Anything I would have used as a workstation would have been taken.
So anything you... Okay. In that case, you could always bring another change of clothes. You've been wearing the same ones you had since 2 nights ago.
I'll grab 2.
Okay. And grab 2 sets of clothes, stuff them into a spare dollar store bag you have laying around.
Open up the fridge. Those energy drinks still in there?
Yes, they are.
Grab those. Anything else I might want to take out of the fridge?
You actually see that Marisol had done some shopping. There is several different ingredients. It doesn't look like she had time to cook anything recently. Although you do see what seems to be a bottle of half-drink mango juice.
Grab that.
Okay, and that seems to be it.
We'll head off. I'll grab Ro
As
on
you
my
go
way
down... grab Ro on the way?
out. Grab Ro on the way out.
Alright. As you go out, you actually see that Marcus has opened the back door of the truck, and he is crouched. He's bent over slightly, speaking with Corey, who seems a bit dazed.
I'll walk over. Take a look at Corey.
Overall, they seem fine. They just seem almost as if they became lightheaded or possibly a little confused.
How so?
Roll me a wits intelligence roll.
Wits is 4. Intelligence is 3. Hunger is 2. Three.
You look as Marcus is speaking to Corey very softly, like almost as if he's trying to pull someone out from being disassociated. You realize you've seen something similar to this. You once saw Serafina do something when she was dealing with a rather difficult customer. Someone's affected Corey's memory as they just blink several times, look up. Oh, when'd you guys get here?
Corey, what's the last thing you remember?
I got into the truck and I locked the doors, and then there was a knock on the window, and they blink as they look down and see they're holding a piece of paper.
What's on the paper?
It looks to be an article. The last article you wrote.
Mm-hmm.
As Corey looks at it, tilting their head, they unfurrow the article to look at it, and on the back of the paper, you see in elegant writing, "Such an interesting take you have on things," signed with a peculiar looking paw print. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.